Hi everyone, welcome back to Carrie Kirby Creates, and today we're going to be working with some alcohol inks and Yupo paper. Now the Yupo paper that I have comes in an A4 sheet, and as a lot of you will know, Yupo paper is quite expensive. So what I've done is I've cut my one sheet into 4 pieces, which will make an A6 card. So each of those are A6. It's just the A4 sheet cut into 4 evenly, and that's what you get. Now I'd just like to take a minute also to welcome, I've got quite a few new followers recently, and I'd like to welcome you all on board, and I'd like to welcome especially all of those that have been with me from the very start. I've had some fabulous messages left under my last video and some great ideas, and I really appreciate people leaving the feedback. You know, some of it is really good feedback and stuff that I'm learning all the time, and I'm sure others will read as well. And it's great to get those tips. So just thanks to everybody that has left really good ideas. I really appreciate that. So the next thing really I want to do is I want to come in and pick some nice colours. So I think I'm going to go with the cloudy blue, maybe the Monsoon, the Honeycomb. You don't need to shake these, it's just habit. If you're using the pearls, let's see, we'd say the alcohol pearls, there is a little ball bearing in them and they do need a good mix. But these are just the normal alcohol inks that I'm using. Will I just go with the 3? The blue and the yellow maybe, or the blue and the pink might be nice. Let's have a play and see anyway. So I'm just going to work on one of these to begin with, so we'll pop that down. Now you can wear gloves for this if you want, because it does get messy. Now we'll leave that one, I think. Start off with the cloudy blue. And I'm going to do it in layers. I'm not going to blob them all down together. So I just have my alcohol blending solution. Now, other people do use the Isopropyl Alcohol, and I have used it in the past as well. I particularly like the blend that you get with this though. Also, you can try other papers instead of the Yupo. There are things that are less expensive out there, and I am aware of that. It basically, the alcohol inks will work on any non-porous surface. So I have done them on tiles and on cups, and you get beautiful results. But some people have tried it on photo paper and stuff like that as well successfully. So have a mess around and see. Now what I'm using for this, you can use lots of tools for blowing it around. This is basically my old fabulous big hair, and I have the brush taken off of the top of it. So I'm just putting that on the first set. Sorry, I'm putting it on just the first setting, and I'm going to come in and just blow these around where I want them. And the good thing about this paper is every time you come in and pop that blending solution down, I'll just show you. you can go back over it and change it completely. So if there's something you don't like, you just come back in. And it just reactivates it. So I'm coming in now with another colour, being the Monsoon. And let's just pop some of that here and there as well. I'm just popping a bit of paper underneath it there. Now you can move this around like that as well, you know. You don't have to have a tool. I've even very successfully, these old glue containers, you get a good bit of air out of them. So basically, use what you've got. That's what I've always done. I'm just going to pop these over here. They're kind of in the way, I guess. And yeah, I'm liking the way that's coming along. So I don't know whether I want to use the pink or the yellow next. And I'm feeling I might go with the pink. So that one is called Pink Sherbet. Just think the colours would be nice. And again, in with the blending solution. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, I'm liking those colours together a lot. Excuse me, a lot. Let's just pop that in the middle there and see. Colour-wise, I think that that's just enough, but I might come back in with the blending solution. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm just using just a little palette that you'd put your paints into, and I'm popping some of the blending solution in there. And what I want to do with that is coming in just with a paintbrush, dipping it in there, and I'm splattering it. And you can see it just kind of balloons into those beautiful little circular things that I love. Another bit up there. There we go. And like that, depending on the amount that you have on the brush and how hard, or how, you know, that you get the different sizes. Yeah, I'm loving that. So I'm coming back and just, they're smaller ones that I'm getting there. You can see it all, the cells are developing. So can come back in again there, and I'm using a bit more of the pink sherbet. And I just want to just add a bit here and there. Because I want the colour to be there, you know, I don't want the colour to bleed away. But I also want those lovely little cells to develop. How pretty is that? A bit more of the light blue, I think, which is the cloudy blue. And you can keep playing away with this until you get it the way that you want it. Now I have a couple of large splodges here that I don't want. Let's just, here we go. Just going to come back in and blow those. And I'm coming back in just with what's on that brush there. And how gorgeous is that? Yeah, I'm really liking that now. Okay, the next thing I want to do with that is I want to ensure that it's completely dry. So I'm going to come back in again with my dryer and I'm just going to give it a good blast. So where are we there? Before I move on there, I'm just coming in with my alcohol. It's just the Isopropyl Alcohol, and I'm going to give my mat a good clean up. That's a good thing about the glass mats, everything just wipes up. So I'm going to let that dry completely, and I'm going to be using some mixed media paper for the next step. So this is just a piece that I've cut in half. Again, it's the A5. You cut it in half, you get the A6 size. So let's come back in with that beautiful piece of Yupo paper with the alcohol ink on and just ensure that it's completely dry. And the next thing I want to do with that is I'm coming in, where are we, with my alcohol lift ink. Now these come in another form like that. You can get, it's a clear pad which you can use for lifting the ink off, which I will try again. But for this particular one, what I want to do is I want to lift the entire, well, you don't get the entire background, but I want to take a print basically from it. So what I'm doing is coming in with the lift ink and I'm putting a nice bit of that across my card there. And I'm coming in with my clean brayer and I'm going to run that across the entire surface. And then I'm getting my piece of multimedia cardstock. And there are two different sides, but I'm going to use the kind of lighter one. And I'm going to pop that down on top of it. I'm giving it a good press. Now don't leave this for ages between when you put the alcohol lifting down. You need to kind of work fast enough because it will dry quickly. So we're going to come along now and see if we get a nice print from that. And there you go. Yeah, that's lovely. And this is the original one. Now you can use both of them, obviously, for cards. Now I can come along if I want, which I think I will do. I'm going to run another bit of that across. And to come back in with my brayer, run that over it. Get another piece of the card. What have I done with it? Here we go, and pop that down quickly on top of it. And you'll get another print from this, but it'll be lighter. But sometimes the lighter ones are nicer, in my opinion. And my reason for doing this is that I can come along then and stamp on my multi-technique background. And there you go. Now we're going to use them as backgrounds for our cards. This, I can come back in again and I just want to show you a technique. Just want to clean this up a little bit. First of all, this is my Yupo paper now. The original one that I worked on. Gonna come in here with some more alcohol ink. This one being the bottle green, which I think will look nice with those other colours. The honeycomb yellow. And let's see, I think some more of the Monsoon. And for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this alcohol ink with some rubber stamps. So let's see. So I'm coming in with my stamping platform here, and I'm going to just pop that in the corner. And I'm going to use this beautiful Tree of Dreams by Lavinia Stamps. Oops. So I want to come in with the alcohol lift ink, and I want to ink that up really well. And I'm coming in now, popping that down. Now this can be fairly sticky, so you can find that it'll stick to the paper behind, so just be very careful when you go to lift it. Let's see, I'm going to just pop a piece of my paintbrush in there just to make sure that, yeah, that's it. Now basically I'm coming back in now with a clean tissue, and I want to lift away that ink from there, and you'll see it develop. And that was still a bit wet, which I think will teach me. I needed to have it completely dry. And that's what I've gotten there. It has lifted the ink and left the impression of the tree behind, which is quite nice. And if you don't like that, you can come back in again, put more inks over it, or lift more ink off, or whatever you wish. But basically, important to keep my lids back on. What I want to do is what I set out to do, and make a card. So using one of these backgrounds, I think I'll go with the first lift on this one. So coming back in with my stamping platform, and I'm popping that in the corner. Now this tree, I went over it and I gave it a good cleaning. It's good and clean, so I can put that away again. So I just want to choose some nice stamps to use on this. So I think I'm going to use an old favourite of mine, and she's the large Ariel stamp by Lavinia. So let's just pop her down there, making sure that card is in the corner. Yep. And let's come and pick her up. So I've decided I'm going to use the Versafine Clair in the Twilight, because I think the navy will be nice The navy blue be nice with this background. Yeah, how lovely is she? Really liking her. And I want to pop something down here as well. So where's my water spray? Just going to give her a spray with the water. And the cloth. Just to keep her clean. And I think I might pop this little mini meadow mushroom down. Just to give it something that she's waving her wand at, I guess. So let's just pop you there, I think. Pick you up. And let's see, I think I'll use the Nocturne for the little mushroom. Yeah. Give it one more go just because I'm me, I guess. Yeah, perfect. Again, we'll clean the stamp, just a bit of water. So I'm really happy with the way she's turned out, and I've decided I just want to finish my card off. Going to use a couple of Distress Oxides. And I just want to tear a bit of that paper that I used earlier. I want to come in just underneath her there, just to give her a bit of grounding, and I think I'll use the faded jeans for that. Just to kind of keep with the colours that are already down there. Don't want to change anything. And under him as well. Little mushroom. I'll just move them away, and yeah, just creates a little ground area, I guess. So next I'm coming in with my Seedless Preserves. And getting that inked up, and what I want to do is just kind of frame it. Yeah, I'm liking that colour with it. Just come around, hit the edges all around there. And I'm mostly working, as you can see, on the mat. I'm just hitting the edge the brush like that. I'm not actually working on my cardstock, working on the glass mat and just, you know, bringing it up. And you can go back, you can add more, you can add what you want. See, I'm adding more there in that corner. Just gives you a bit more control. And if you hit it from the side like that, you get all the white edges, just gets rid of, you know, puts the bit of colour in. So I just want to clean this up now again. Now, want to make sure my hands are clean before I move on to the card base. So I'm coming in with my A6 card base. And just my double-sided tape. So we'll run a bit of that along there and there. And just add a bit in the middle. So I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear how you use your alcohol inks, or if there was anything that I did that you would have done differently. Please feel free to share, because like I said, we're all learning from each other. And every time you take these tools out, you learn something new anyway, I feel, you know. Something goes right one day, the next day you try it again and doesn't work, or something different works. So it's nice to share. I think that's the nice thing about this crafting community. So that's my finished card. Really pleased with my background there. Created a lovely background for this card. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, have a wonderful weekend. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd love if you would do that as well. Take care.